Dear friends in Jesus Christ, today we are in the fourth Sunday of Ordinary Time, Year C. The first reading of today from the book of Prophet Jeremiah speaks about the beginning and the ending parts of the narration of his vocation. It tells us that Jeremiah was predestined from the womb to be a prophet. Very importantly, the mission of Jeremiah was not only to Israel but to the nations. The Gospel of today from Saint Luke is the continuation of the last Sunday. This is the second part of the sermon in the synagogue at Nazareth. First, people in the synagogue expressed their astonishment. Later, they are perplexed and asked, "Is he not the son of Joseph?" And at the end of the Gospel, we read that the same crowd was filled with fury and wanted to kill Jesus. Why did people move from astonishment to fury on Jesus? When the people in the synagogue listened to the teachings of Jesus, that he will bring good news to the poor, eyesight to the blind, and liberty to the captives, the people were astonished. When people came to know the human origin of Jesus, they were perplexed. When Jesus referred the miracles performed by Elisha and Elijah and implied that God's mercy was for everyone, including Gentiles, and his mission was also for everyone, the people gathered there were filled with fury and wanted to kill Jesus. People did not like the way Jesus planned his mission. They had their own idea for Jesus. They were not open to Jesus. How much are we open to the mission and teachings of Jesus? When the teachings of Jesus challenge us, how do we react? The second reading of today from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 13, is known as Hymn of Love. Many argue that the literary style, the tone, and the rhythm of this chapter is not of St. Paul. Moreover, chapter 14 seems to start where chapter 12 ended. So, leading us to think that this hymn is being inserted, or Paul has inserted these words into his letter. Even without this hymn, which is the whole of chapter 13, the continuity between the chapters 12 and 14 are not disrupted. Some say that this is a Hellenistic hymn and Paul had used it, but not many agree to this theory. Many agree that this hymn may be composed by St. Paul in a very poetic format and has inserted into his letter at later period. This is one of the most beautiful and popular passages of St. Paul. The whole hymn can be divided into three parts. First, verses 1 to 3 speak about the priority of love. Paul introduces the hymn with the importance of love. Second, verses 4 to 7 describe the properties of love. Paul helps us to understand and practice love in our day-to-day life. Third, verses 8 to 13 teach us the permanence of love. Paul tells us that love is the lasting thing and why it will last forever. Dear friends, when you find a problem in your relationship with anyone, Just read this chapter twice in the following way. First time, read the passage substituting the word I with the word love. I am always patient and kind. I am never jealous. I am never boastful or conceited. I am never rude or selfish. I don't take offense and I am not resentful. Second time, read the passage substituting the name of the person with whom you have problem, and with the word love you substitute that person's name. Suppose you have a problem with Philip. Read, Philip is patient and kind. Philip is never jealous, etc. When you finish reading the passage in this way, you will begin to see the miracle in your relationship. God bless you all. Amen.